So we are back, and just a really quick refresher for me on where we stand. Yesterday was a really good day. Yesterday was my birthday, and it went really well, but I did not get a chance to do any gaming at all yesterday, so a little bit behind, and it's been a little bit since I have visited this campaign, and I think I remember what our strategic situation is here, but I just want to take a glance again to reorganize some thoughts. So, we do have, obviously, the biggest threat right now of Karl Franz coming up from here. Question is, does he try to finish off the greenskins by moving up here, which buys us a couple of turns before he starts really hitting us hard? Or will he ignore them for the time being and come right at us? Lorelorn cannot defend itself from that army, for sure. So that's a concern. However, we've got our own offensive priorities to think about here. We probably want to come down is Middenland down to just the one? No, they have two.
The Empire.
They've got Middenstag, but one.
Take what's theirs.
But one other province as well. So it would be nice to be able to hit Middenland with a knockout blow. But as slow as we move, that there's a little bit of a gamble to that. Here's Middenland's other province, not so far away, but really Weismund is in the way, so we kind of have to go through that. So we're talking about taking 3 settlements before we could wipe them out. So not really imminent. Okay, and then of course we have the concerns, the question of how we want to spend our dread. And I was initially thinking we want to try to get our Herdstones upgraded. But it might also, we're actually getting closer to 750, where we might want to just get a new Horde army. This is probably the strongest thing to do from a pure power play perspective. So many possibilities. Okay. I think we want to move down towards Middenstag and keep in mind that we might have to race up here. If for some reason... What's the garrison down here? Only 7. So very beatable. And what is Middenstag's strength? They're pretty beat up, but they do still have some forces. Okay. So, yeah. We want our army to replenish. We want... which it won't do right away. We want to destroy this. Are they in our blood grounds? They're not, so we're not even going to get any additional marks of ruination for taking that. Maybe we hit Weismund here instead, and maybe that would even pull Karl Franz back. Then of course, Griebitz here of the Black Pit tribe, they might decide to hit Weismund. Well, at the very least, we know we need to stay in our encampment stance because, well, actually, we could even not do that. We might be able to draw Karl Franz towards us if we wanted to. Well, we're beastmen. We can survive them destroying our Herdstone up there if it comes to that. I think we're looking at 3 turns before we could hit Middenstag. We're looking at the same probably for Weismund. either way, if we move to about here, let's go ahead and get our... Wait a minute, if I switch to Beastman Ambush, I do still heal, although not quite as well. I don't replenish quite as much. Oh boy. And we can move 10% further, I believe it is. Yep. We could move... Let's do that. Let's do that. Every little bit of movement is important right now. We can hit this in 2 turns. We can hit Middenstag in 2 turns if we don't do encampment stance. We are visible, and he's got a growing army down here.
No.
That can reach us. I almost hope he does try to attack us here, because even though we're dinged up, I think we could win that battle. What we really don't want to have happen is both Karl Franz and Midland hit us at the same time. Okay, any advantage to going into raiding stance? We do get some bestial rage, but we're winded. I don't want to really be winded in battle if they attack us, so we're just going to stay in our regular stance for now. And nothing to do here. Diplomatically.
Your will. Who calls?
Nothing to do, of course. Festus, what you up to?
I can and
Being a nuisance, but nothing more right now. Not really expanding at all. And then, of course, we have other factions up here in the north that we're going to have to worry about. Well, let's go ahead and give it one more turn. If somebody looks like they're moving towards Middenheim, I'm going to go ahead and do the ritual at that point and grab the Marks of Ruination. Obviously, also, if Karl Franz moves towards Lorelorn, we'll do the ritual to grab the Marks of Ruination before we lose the ability to do the ritual. So let's go ahead and move forward. Enough talking, 7.5 minutes in, and haven't actually done much yet. Okay, just moved my army. But this is kind of what all of these changes we've made to the game does to us. Really makes me feel like all of these early game decisions are magnified in importance. Let's do it. Wow, he almost made it the whole way there. Okay, so now we know. The greenskins, I should have known from anti-player bias. The greenskins are going to survive a little bit longer, but they're going to... Karl Franz is going to destroy our Herdstone. There's no way I can get up there in time to block him. Had we known he was going to do that, it would have made more sense for me to move up here, go into ambush stance, and try to catch him off guard with both our army and our settlement garrison, but too late now. Raid the following region. Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind the little bit of extra favor, but don't think that's going to end up being the most effective use of our... Yeah, if we were to attack this, we'd get 7,
I refuse.
23, 24 units to our 20, which very well might still be winnable, but we are not in the best of shape still. That's a thought. It's a thought. Going to have to consider that as an option here, because there's no way we can race up in time to win this fight. We are going to perform the ritual. We're going to take the Marks of Ruination before we lose the Herdstone. Boom. A little disappointing that we... By the way, we have Marienburg versus Drachenfels, and we have Ostland versus Drika. Okay. Relevant to us, but not all that big of a deal. Okay, so we got 12 now. We're sitting at 547. We're only getting 20 per turn. Need to win some battles to get more dread. Gonna lose this badly, I'm afraid. And there's really nothing we can do about it, so the question becomes, what's our best thing to do here? I think with our dinged up army, I think we still attack mid-inland here. We are beastmen. We are aggressive as we can be in a campaign like this. It is going to be a lot closer of a battle than I'm comfortable with. We'll probably, I'm kind of assuming, even though he's got these crappy archer units, I'm kind of assuming he's going to have the advantage in auto resolve. If we're lucky, maybe we get the ambush. He's still recruiting though, so we actually almost want to fight him before he recruits any more units. All right, let's find out. If we lose, we'll lose both our. If we lose both our horde army and our only Herdstone in the same turn, then we are totally SOL. Campaign over. But hey, that's the risk, right? Let's go ahead and do this. Boy, I don't like how low our wins are here. 20. Basically the Bray Shaman is going to be worthless. All right, let's do it. Close defeat. Okay. What's he got? He only has those 4 archers. I was kind of assuming you would have more than that. Okay, well. 20 melee attack, 34 melee defense. Really pretty even. It would really come down to our lords and heroes and how strong they could be, or how much damage could they do. And they are, of course, dinged up already. Well, this feels like a loss to me. I'm actually kind of rethinking now. This could be a bad idea. Ooh, if we went from looking like we were in good shape at the end of the last turn to desperation time. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. I think the way that I fight battles as more or less a non-exploiting tactic would make this fight way too risky. I was kind of hoping for the ambush there. Okay. How much move do we have left? We have enough for an encampment. We are 100%. Replenish a tiny little bit more. And can't move at all, so I'm not entirely sure whether if he sees us, comes out and attacks us. That's our biggest hope now, is that he comes out and attacks us. And if he does, I'm not entirely sure whether that settlement garrison, it looks like they shouldn't be able to reach us. Well, it's not like the settlement garrison is the bigger concern anyway. It's obviously this army. Alright, again, not going to be anything to do diplomatically.
Yes. Yes?
I could re-recruit some stronger, not stronger, but at least more plentiful, like full stacks. But I run the risk, of course, of disbanding some of my existing stacks to make room for them, which makes me weaker in case they decide to attack us. Wow, okay, this is hold your breath time over this end turn. We will go ahead and fight the battle against Karl Franz, but there's really not going to be any chance that we could do more than... The main hope is maybe I could destroy that mortar unit before he takes over the settlement with my flying units. However, going to be ugly. We'll try to fight it quickly. Yikes. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and start deployment. We'll build a tower here. I'm assuming, yeah, this is... No, that's not good. That tower is actually tied to that. Gosh, that's stupid. Do we have any tower? We have this tower in the back. That's our only tower that is going to be held up by this. Because what we want to do is we want to have our forces here. We do, for whatever it's worth, we do get the very slight benefit of leadership and I think melee defense bonuses from the scaling buffs mod that makes settlement garrisons have... We're going to hold these two guys in reserve and we'll just throw them wherever they're most needed. Kind of just group everybody up so that they're on top of the point here, the victory point. And these guys, we are going to get them over here. We're going to get them to go at the mortars. I think I started a thought there without finishing it a few minutes ago. I think maybe I finished my thoughts. The scaling garrison buff mod is gonna not make that much of a difference. It helps us a tiny little bit, but this is a tier 1 settlement, tier 1 Herdstone at this point. The buffs are pretty minimal. Is he smart enough here to not race? He's not racing forward, which means he's not really exposing his mortars. Well, see what happens if they notice some flying units behind them. Maybe they'll not hit us with absolutely everything at the same time. We have no chance to win, but our only real hope of even doing significant damage to them is for them to sort of not hit us with everything at the same time. The mortars are firing at our flying units. I kind of have to do this. I don't want to exploit the enemy AI. But this is obviously what we need to be doing from a tactical standpoint, is to try to get our flying units. Let's go ahead and split them up. Let's go ahead and get him. Try to use our flying units to take advantage of his mortars. At the very least, they've slowed down moving forward with the mortars, which means the mortars aren't going to just destroy our clumped together units down there. Now are these guys staying back? They are not. He doesn't feel yet like he needs to have his melee units, I guess. We can let these guys get... Nope, they're not all moving forward. Alright. Let's go ahead and do what we can. See how he reacts to it. And meanwhile, we're up to almost 1,000 here. Let's go ahead and get this tower. How close are they? Not all that close. I might wait for 1,400. How are we doing here? Okay, alright, that's good. He's pulling his swordsman back. But, come on guys, stay on him. Stay on him and destroy him. Destroy them entirely. That's, as far as I'm concerned, a victory for this battle. Shatner, stay on him. Stay on him. The babysitter mod does this where they will switch from attacking a shattered unit unless you tell them not to. How are we doing? We're at 1,200. They're getting closer, but they have to take our other victory points first. Let's go ahead and get one of them over here, one of them over here. Oh, this is so bad. This is my biggest gripe with the AI, is just how confused flying units get. Okay, stay on them. You attack them as well, see what those swordsmen do. Back to you guys, 1,400. Let's go ahead and build it. Maybe even have time for a barricade or two. But oh, jeez, I didn't even notice this. Okay, get in there. Go ahead and get everybody there that can be on call friends. Kind of a big old mess there. Please tell me that we destroyed the mortars. Don't see them. This flying unit is at this point. Let's get him over this way. We'll try to, and if he recovers, we'll do the same for him. No, he's going to make it off the map, I'm afraid. Okay, we got Cav coming in. We do have quite a bit of damage on Karl Franz so far. This is good. This is good. Let's get our flying units down here where they might be able to hit these guys. Why can they not attack them? Hello. For some reason I can't click. There we go. Bad aim? Perhaps? Oh, I lost. Dagnabbit, I wasn't paying attention. I lost my lord. Okay, you hit them. You guys switch and hit them. You go ahead and hit them. And you hit them as well. No, you come over here and try to flank them a little bit. Okay, that right there is an issue we got. Get in there, do some damage to those guys. Come on, everybody. Everybody on Karl Franz right now. Take him out if at all possible. How we do it? Oop, we need to remember to attack there. Let's go ahead and get the tower shooting at somebody else because he's going to end up destroying our own units here probably. Well, maybe not. He's hitting them a little bit further in the back. Okay, let's go ahead and get you guys shooting at them. How we doing on Karl Franz? He's pretty beat up. How we doing over here? Well, this is bad. They're gonna get their butts kicked in a fight against swordsmen. Okay, it is time now, I think, to everybody on Karl Franz. Everybody on Karl Franz. That's, if we can win that, that's all we can hope for. Oh, we did it. Nice. Okay. Well, that's a victory. Taking out the mortars and taking out Karl Franz. We're going to lose the battle, but we did do some damage to him. Let's go ahead and keep shooting. Warriors are rallying. Okay, let's go ahead and attack at them up there. No, let's go ahead and hit them. Not that they'll last for very long. Okay, how are we doing up here? This is a massive, massive defeat up there, but we've got his cav down to 13. We're still shooting into them with our raiders and with our tower. We've got them broken. Let's go ahead and, I guess, get the raiders firing into the flank of those swordsmen. Let's get the tower at this point firing. His Reiksguard appear to have already left. Just fire into this big old cluster back there. Let's see if we hit them far enough back to not be hitting our own units. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to tell. Okay, it's about to all fall apart at this point. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Lost our Herdstone. But we did some serious damage to his army. More than I expected to. Okay, let's go ahead and speed this up because it's all... We're not going to destroy any more units and not really anything to do from a micro standpoint now. Look at that. We actually whittled down some of his units way more than I expected. Way more. There we go. Okay. He lost 2 full units. We did not destroy the Reiksguard. And I guess we didn't really do quite as much damage to his infantry as I thought we had. Okay, so this is good. I'm not disappointed by the loss so much as I am thrilled that this campaign has turned out to be as hard as I was hoping. I don't mind losing the occasional campaign. Or even more than the occasional campaign. Okay, so we got 75 dread out of it. We took out Karl Franz and those mortars. That's about as much as we could have hoped for there. Here's the real question. Middenland, are you coming out to attack us? You are not. You lost track of us. That's good. I'm glad I did not attack because we're still alive. And we can drop another Herdstone. assuming that we take Middenstag, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to here. Lost one settlement, and this is, you know, this is life for the Beastmen. They lose Herdstones, but they keep their Horde army, and you just keep hitting them. Just keep hitting them where you can. Meanwhile, we're actually getting closer and closer to the 750 number. Okay, Visenland and the Black Pit tribe at war. Not really that big of a deal for us right now. Khazrak obviously is going to attack Middenstag. I don't think there's really anything to do before that point. Let's go ahead and fight back-to-back battles here. You just take one look here, make sure we don't have any, nothing unallocated. We're gonna have to do something about our winds of magic, but there's not anything we can really do right now. Okay, close victory, really, that surprises me a little bit. If it thinks this is a close victory, wow, we must have really been at a serious disadvantage when we were fighting that big army along with these two. Okay. They are going to all be in the field from the very beginning. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my Ungor units the front line and have the Gore units in reserve along with the really heavily damaged Ungor units in reserve, and just commit them after the battle starts to develop, because they could get wiped out. I don't want any of these guys to get wiped out. Now, these are the only two units that don't have the ability to, that don't have Vanguard deployment. Let's go ahead and take advantage of the Vanguard deployment, I suppose. No reason not to. Let's go ahead and get our Raiders back there. Let's go ahead and get our spears on the side. Does he have cav? I didn't even pay attention to the composition of his army. No cav. That I can see. Alright. Let's go ahead and get these guys on the flank. Let's get these guys on this flank. These guys, as I mentioned, in reserve. Khazrak. We'll get him in the fight early, but... How did I... Oh, because he's at full strength. We might as well get him engaged right away. So let's move you over to here. Now, I don't know whether he's going to be moving towards us or not. Let's go ahead. Nope, he's pulling back. We're going to have to go to him. That's fine, we can do that, but let's go ahead and get our Minotaurs or Minotaurs up a little bit. Get everybody kind of more or less where we want them. Let's get you guys over here. Let's get you over here, but in the trees. If we can actually get them in the trees up here, that's probably what we want to do. They cannot easily be shot. They'll be in the trees by the time the ranged units can get close enough. Now we'll go ahead and move them forward. I don't love how we're going uphill, and that's just one of the things that this game does. Which, you know, I get it. They want to make things tougher for the players, I guess, but it puts you at a terrain disadvantage. No, you know what? I take that back, because if I had what are they called, Cygors? If I had artillery units, that would be forcing them to come to us, in which case the high ground would have really been to our advantage. So I withdraw my previous comment. It does seem like most of the time, however, they set up the terrain in such a way that it benefits the AI. Okay, everybody more or less where we want them. Let's go ahead and move to the just outside their range. Let's walk, because fatigue. See if they react. If they don't, we'll get them to react with our flankers. Let's go ahead and move our flankers. Let's just use one unit for now. Move to here to where you can be seen, and then move back. Same for you. Look like you're going to have to go in, and then meanwhile move all these guys up. So let's see how they react. They are adjusting over here. They are adjusting over here. Oh, we found some hidden units. Okay, this is what we want. Let's go ahead and start hitting them. Okay, you guys back. You up this way. You're fine for now. Let's get Khazrak going in here. I forgot to use my fireball again, of course. I was going to. What magic do we have? Nothing worth really worrying about. Let's go ahead and get our guys firing into his back line. Warriors, that's his, I think those are swordsmen. Let's go ahead and get these guys hitting in the rear. Let's get these guys hit. Okay, yeah, we can hit them in the rear. Let's go ahead and redo our raiders here like this. I think he still has hidden units here. Let's go ahead and start committing our reserves now. What are you? Need to get you hitting them from the flank. Let's get you up that way. Let's get you in the middle. Let's get you from behind. Let's get you from behind. Oh my goodness, I need to be getting my Minotaurs into the battle. Let's go ahead and pull back our... We've got his archers shattered. And those guys broken. That's a big win for my dogs. Shooting. Let's go ahead and get you in there as well. You guys, let's go ahead and get you in there. At this point, I think it's mop up. It's mop up. We're actually going to switch them to target. And here, those crossbowmen are shaking. Get to see what happens. See how they like some Minotaurs hitting from behind. Okay, I think that'll pretty much do it here. Let's get you guys hitting them, I suppose, from behind. They are spearmen. Not great to hit them with mounted units, but from behind it shouldn't be too bad. And that appears to be the only unit left. I thought it was. Oh no, he's got... No? Who on earth is holding out for them? Them. Alright, everybody on them. No reason to to do anything other than just get these guys broken as fast as possible. They'll probably break before we even make contact with them. Or not.
Let us up.
Any moment now. Speed this up. Well, they held out longer than I expected them to. Now somebody else is not broken. Where? Oh, there's a unit of spearmen back here that I missed. Well, they'll break too. That's kind of an unforeseen but kind of nice thing about the babysitter mod. I guess it, you know, if you kind of lose track of a unit, they'll automatically go chasing after that unit. Well, at this point, there's got to be somebody somewhere that we're just not seeing. So let's start getting our fastest units scouting for them. Huh. This is unexpected. This is a little bit new for me. I've never seen this happen before. How did we lose track? Alright, well, I'm just going to keep looking, but I'm going to edit out the video. I'm going to cut the video until then. Okay, so obviously it was kind of silly for me to even question. Just for some reason, in case it was an easy to fix bug, I ran around looking for his units. But obviously his units would have all broken. He wouldn't have been able to hide any units. They would have all had the army losses penalty and broken on their own. So so that's obviously a bug. The question is, yeah, see, I can't end the battle. I just have to concede defeat. I'm afraid that this is going to have to be the end of this campaign, and I will have to do some research into the mods. I don't know whether this could be a vanilla bug or if this is because of one of the mods that we're using, possibly the Longer Battles mod. Well, anyway, I will hold off on posting this video until I put some time into trying to research what has caused this, and then I will just append a little bit of discussion at the end in terms of what caused this particular bug so that others can learn from it and hopefully not experience it for themselves. So let's go ahead and concede defeat and valiant defeat. Yeah, even though I destroyed his entire army. Not only that, but that's so strange. No idea what caused it. So the only question is, does it immediately end the campaign, or do we actually have the opportunity to refight this battle? So we destroyed this and some of his units, but this guy right here, could it be that Leopold was hidden? Is that a Huntsman? That could be a Huntsman and he just was invisible the whole time. What happens here? What happens here if we attack again? Yeah. We already knew all that. This is a little bit of a problem, but I still have my army, and I still have enough movement range to attack him again. I could auto-resolve, but I don't want to do that. Unfortunately, we only have one chance. Yeah, decisive victory now. He's going to have... Where is it? Stalk. Okay, well, we're going to fight it again. We're going to fight it on the battlefield. And we are literally... Is it possible that we could have broken all of his other units, but his lord has too much leadership to break? It seems like the only explanation. Well, I apologize for the confusion, but just in case anybody else experiences this, might be good to know. Let's go ahead and let's actually... No reason for us to be completely stupid about it. Let's go ahead and just get everybody in their usual places here. The Minotaurs, will have them back here. We'll have them run up. Khazrak, let's get you in the middle. Is that everybody? No. Got all you guys as well. Okay, let's start the battle. Let's move everyone forward. Let's find his lord. Let's go ahead and get Khazrak up front here, hurling some fireballs. Let's go ahead and, I guess, target his biggest unit. No, that's a bad idea. They're going into the woods. No, they're fine. Okay. Speed up. Yeah, so that's the thing. We just cannot see his lord. No reason to not keep this sped up, I suppose. We'll waste all of our fireballs. A little bit boring. But what we want to do is we want to absolutely maximize the disparity between our forces and his, so that they break. Get you guys up here. You guys here. You guys here. There's our Minotaurs. Let's get you up here. You guys in a position to just pepper him. Okay, let's go. Up there he is. All right, let's hit him. So what we really want to do is we want to make sure that he breaks. His leadership is 83. And there he goes. He's hidden. Once again. We're going to save, from a casualty perspective, we want to take as few casualties as possible. So we're going to hit him with our units that are least likely to suffer any actual casualties. Ooh. He killed one of my Minotaurs. You jerk. Let's go ahead and get Spirit Leech on him. Khazrak. Let's go ahead and hit him with another fireball. Now let's pull Khazrak back. Let's get you guys around the flanks. Alright, Khazrak, go ahead and you go in there. Let's get all 3 of them firing at the spearmen. Let's go ahead and get them in position to hit his archers. So we're going to destroy his army with essentially no casualties of our own. Okay, broken. Let's get all of our raiders shooting at Leopold. We're going to have enough for one more. Get out of there. Come on. Khazrak, you get in there. Raiders should all be shooting. Shooting at Leopold, that's what we want. We want him to be visible. Khazrak, how you doing? Here we go. Let's get another Spirit Leech off. This is going to be our last spell. Let's get him broken. Let's get them shooting at him. Alright guys, come on, let's do this. Let's break him. How much damage has he taken? His leadership is down to 16, 15, 12, minus 55. Okay, there we go. Victory. Okay. Wow, that is... Maybe I just have never seen that before, but maybe this is not that uncommon of an occurrence. I feel kind of stupid now for conceding defeat in the previous battle, because I think that had to be what it was. Let's go get all of our fastest units after him. Khazrak, can you catch up? Let's go ahead and speed things up here. Let's kill him if we can. We can indeed. Okay, end battle. Alright, well that turned out to not be as much as of a disaster as I was expecting it to be. And possibly learned a little something about the game in the process. I'm glad I didn't completely give up, however, because I do like the Beastmen, and I would not have wanted to think that there was some irreparable bug happening with them. And I'm certainly not ready to give up on this campaign. I love it when things start getting really, really hard, and you have to start using unorthodox strategies to recover from it. But then when you do recover from it, if you recover from it, just makes the campaign feel like that much more of an accomplishment. Meanwhile, we've hit our 750, and let's go ahead and raise a Herdstone. Boom. Challenge completed. Have to take a look at what challenge that was. Killed his lord. And I think, gained a mount. Aborted that mission, of course. I think we can safely defend this Herdstone, even with our damaged army. We can't see him right now, but we know that Middenland does have another army that is close enough to be able to come back and attack us, probably. Does he might not even need to repair, but it's so cheap I'm going to go ahead and do it, because I don't really know for sure if a Horde army repairs its own buildings, and if so, how quickly. Alright, so we've got our Ungors and Gors and Bestigors in maximum improvement from this. Let's go ahead and start getting some of his other abilities up. What does Bloodlust do? AP damage. Manbane is probably going to be a good one. What does this lock if we don't do it? True Beast, which is... Ooh, yeah, I want this because I want him to not be quite so vulnerable. Yeah, and missile resistance for the army. That sounds good to me. Okay. Alright, so very weird turn, but got our Herdstone up. We're going to do the line of sight building. And you know what? You win some, you lose some. We lost this.
Never.
That army is pretty beatable now without Karl Franz in it and without the mortars. Would be nice if we can destroy that army. That would severely weaken Reikland, although they're so much stronger than us right now. Wow, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a really, really touch-and-go campaign for a while, I'm afraid. Which means... let's go ahead and bite the bullet on new horde armies. Oh no, that's not what we want. Where can I? Army capacity. Oh, I was thinking it was 750 for an army capacity. It's not. It's 1500. Oh my. All right, we're going to purchase level 2 Herdstones because that's still quite far off. I could potentially try to increase, well, you know what, I'm not entirely sure what units we can even recruit in a, we'll have to see, wait a minute, yeah, what can we recruit from tier 2? Gore Herd, Tuskgore Chariots, Harpies. Gore Herd, we cannot increase our Gore Herd yet. We need 25 Marks of Ruination for that. Alright, well, we took a step back this turn, unfortunately, but we're not dead yet, and we'll just have to play it by ear and continue to react. We are losing... Oh, the battle loss is crushing us on the Bestial Rage, but can't be helped. It is what it is. Can we afford? We got damaged because we lost the battle. Otherwise, we'd be able to upgrade his horde as well. Maybe we'll be able to do that next turn. But let's go ahead and check our diplomacy. Probably not going to be anything to do. No, indeed. Alright, we'll do one more in turn here, and then we're going to have to end this rather interesting and odd video. Okay, what does Festus want? A trade agreement for 200. Oh, we lost it with losing our previous Herdstone. Let's see if he'll accept it with, well, 151. Yeah, sure, why not? Why not? I'll forget to do it otherwise, probably. Okay. What do we have now? It would be really nice if casualty replenishment rate, that's actually potentially very useful for us. The Bestial Rage is relatively useful. All of these are going to be useful. Okay. I feel like we'll get some we'll be fighting enough battles that we'll get some bestial rage going on our own. We need to make our units. We need to replenish. How many turns would this last? 2 turns? We need to replenish quickly. And we need... I think we want the melee attack and the weapon strength. We have tons of melee infantry units, so that'll be a little bit useful.
A quest has been issued, mighty lord. A great adventure beckons. Be wary, though.
Okay.
For while the potential rewards are great...
Well, that's
so
convenient
too are
from
the
a
perils.
location standpoint, but it's going to be decidedly inconvenient from a forces perspective, so we won't be doing that anytime soon. And I will reread the text of that when the time comes to actually fight it. So, completed the challenge. That's... That's going to help us a little bit. Let's go ahead. Oh, well, I'm going to be ending the turn, so there's no reason to select anything yet. Okay, alright. Did I say ending the turn? I meant ending the video. So... yeah, we'll replenish by the time... I think by the time we're fighting him. There is... Midland. There is Reikland. They're not close enough to each other to support one another, so we can hopefully take them on one at a time. Meanwhile, our garrison is in bad shape and needs to replenish. Just going to take a look here at our recruiting from Midland. We can get 1 more gore. We can get 1 more chariot. And we can get 2 more harpies. Okay. All right, well, that's all going to have to wait. I'm very intrigued by the status of things right now. But we'll rethink the strategy in the next video. So in the meantime, this was interesting, a little bit weird, but learned a little bit about the game. I won't say so far so good because I think our backs are to the wall. But in any case, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.